Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abindian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 20. Last season, excuse me, everything that could have gone wrong didn't go wrong. And we had an amazing, groundbreaking season that we'll never be able to replicate. We just won't. We don't have much in the way of revenue streams and 44 million player payroll, right? Between Edgar and Carlos Delgado, that's half. And then we've got a couple of other people here that cost quite a bit. We're going to start today by seeing if I can convince Mike Soraka to come back. He wants an awful lot of money. But he's a really not great pitcher. Did I lose my scouting director? No. Then why all of a sudden does he look like he's like the worst pitcher in history? No, he's still okay. Yeah. Now, obviously, we can't assume that he would pick up this kind of season again. And I didn't give up much for him, though. Did I? No, I gave him Garrett Anderson, 8 part of his salary, and then a couple of middling players who were never going to make it for me. All you guys are fine. I don't think I can keep you. I just don't. I mean, I'm going to try to trade him, and it's probably not going to work, because no one's going to want a mediocre pitcher, but you never know. Yeah, they're mostly offering me worse players or more expensive players. Which makes perfect sense, right? I certainly wouldn't pay a lot for this player. So, you know, well played. I wouldn't actually object to Adam Melhuse. He's a decent catcher. He's got a few interesting offensive skills. All I want is a backup catcher. Can I just get catchers, please? Let's look at Bobby Hughes. Bobby Hughes is a terrible catcher. I won't even talk about that. I'm going to trade for Adam Melhuse. I like him. I think he's got some potential. And I'd like to give him a shot. And I don't have an assistant general manager, so I'll need to fix that too. Excellent. Adam Melhuse is secretly a genius leader, which is fun. Let's hire some new coaches. I want an assistant GM who is just amazing at development. Hi, Kenworth. 3-year deal. Now, before we go any farther, we do need a new bench coach. Bobby Sloyan. You've been very successful in AAA. How do you get along with the current roster? I see. You really like pitchers and really don't like hitters. That's problematic. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I want someone who's got... I mean, his overall... Here's the thing, his overall thing is good. What is he, just like a hardcore pitcher fan? Not really. You know, I wonder if the problem is that he likes... Alright, so we're going to look at someone who wants to be a coach, who will accept being a bench coach. Let's just look at all coaches here. Mike Hargrove. Would you be willing to be my bench coach? You definitely would. Let's bring him aboard. Perfect. And then we need a shiny new hitting coach. Now, before we go outside the organization, do we have anyone in the minors who might make a good hitting coach? We have two. Spook Afrunti, who has an amazing name. He's won the World Series, but he has no specific focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote you to AAA as the AAA hitting coach, because I don't have one there right now. But I'm not going to give you a crack at the major league job. Bobby Peck. He likes young hitters. I think a promotion at AA would do you quite nicely. Still a without a major league hitting coach, though. And I think we're going to go ahead and dip our toes into the market for that. No, we don't have a great power coach. Let's start with Dustin Abrams. I have no one on the team who hits for patience. I have a ton that hit for power. So even though Eslinger doesn't have the perfect experience I'd like. Like, wouldn't it be better to pick like a Jerry Furlow, though? So do we want a great reputation for everyone or a fair reputation who's going to be even better on power hitters? Now keep in mind, only one of these players is not fully developed, which is Carlos Beltran. And he's pretty damn close. So I'm actually going to hire Jerry Furlow. I think he is a good quality hitting coach. Now let's start filling the other jobs we have. Pitching coach. Done. Hitting coach. I mean, hey, if I can get Dustin Abrams in my system and then just find something to do with him later on, I will definitely take that. A manager. Terry Bevington. Come along. Tyler Connor. That sounds great. And Willie Guzman. I like his age. Done. Getting a bunch of new people. All this is to say, do we keep Mike Sorotka? He is a type A free agent. If someone tried to sign him, I'd get a first round draft pick. And then, if he hasn't signed by the day of the draft, I can try to negotiate with him. Like, a first-round draft pick is so valuable to our team, I almost have to do it. Now, Rolando Araujo. I don't object to bringing you back. I object to giving you a giant raise. 250 grand. I could probably do better than Blum, but he's also not that terrible. And Damian Jackson is just going to kind of settle into a good quality utility player. So I'm fine with that. I don't really want Randy Myers back. I definitely don't want Juan Guzman back. Because he's lost the ability to miss bats. And that's going to be death. So we're going to take what we got and we're going to move along. Mike Hargrove wants more money. I want you to be my bench coach. Fine. Perfect. We're going to get a lot of interruptions as different coaches sign. Hargrove, hitting. Darren Erstad, you bastard. Were you even that good? You were pretty damn good. Stupid jerk. That's Carlos Beltran's dealie. Here, 3-year deal. Silver Slugger for Delgado and Edgar Martinez. That's not a shock. Oh, I didn't add Adam Melhuse to the roster. That was silly of me. Done. We're probably going to want to look to replace Damian Miller in the next season or two. I think he's reached his peak. I don't think he's going to have a whole lot more value to us. So we're going to start looking for that. Why did you just randomly change everybody's position? Okay, you're a shortstop. You always will be. Klesko's a left fielder. David Justice is a right fielder. And David Justice is becoming problematic. He's no longer the power hitter he used to be. Oh, well. Come on. No Rookie of the Year for Barry Zito. Okay. Fuck you, Seattle. You won 107 games? Alright, I guess that's reasonable. And yeah, Albert Pujols is pretty damn amazing. Zito and Hudson got a few first place votes. And A-Rod wiped the floor with everybody else. That's understandable, I guess. Damn it. No, I'm going to tell you flat out. There's no way in hell I'm even going to look at these top prospects because we're not going to get any of them. I guarantee you my draft order is like 30. 31. There you go. I can't rely on the draft to give me game-breaking players. There you go. And I won. Oh no, Orojo won? Damn, arbitrator, you suck. And they all filed, which is fine. I really hope someone signs Sorotka. I really, truly do. Oh man, Pudge. I can't afford him. I'm just not even going to look at him. Yeah, fine. Hall of Fame. Andre Dawson. Yeah, okay. Lenny Dykstra. No, he didn't play long enough, really. Gotta go for Pudge. Tommy John. Yes, 100%. Yes for Dale Murphy. Lance Parrish hit a lot of homers, huh? Rick Russell. Jim Rice. Gotta go for Ozzy. Gotta vote Alan Trammell. And Lou Whitaker gets my last ballot. There you go. Nobody's falling for my trap. Damn it. No. Okay. I'm not even going to look at any of these players and torture myself with players I'll never be able to add to my team. Okay, what do I got here? You present an interesting option, Sean Burrows. Point 1. Third base is not an area of strength for us. Point 2. He's a really good contact hitter. Point 3. This is a shitty draft for hitters. I want Sean Burrows. Please give him to me. I would take Escalona, but I won't take him now. Renelvis Hernandez is just a smart choice. He's basically Mike Sorotka, but he's super cheap. Is that one kid still around? He is not. And yeah, we're just at nobody can hit anymore levels of baseball skill. Beerbrook could develop into a decent pitcher. I'll take him. Ryan Bukovic, sure. Ben Diggins, I can Diggins it. I could take Dallas Cowboys quarterback Drew Henson. He's a good third baseman, but do any of you have even the slightest bit of batting potential? You don't. I mean, I guess I'll take Drew Henson just because I don't feel that strongly about anyone else, and at least he's a good third baseman. But, yeah. Alright, so immediately, I have no longer have any reason not to sign Sorotka, except for the fact that I don't have a ton of payroll flexibility. And Beltran is coming calling next season for arbitration. He's going to get very expensive very quickly. So I think it's going to be about cheap replacements. And Soroka is just not in the cards right now. I've got enough money to make a couple of people offers in the free agent market. Can I convince Beltran to give me some payroll flexibility and sign a big deal now? Let's try this. 4-year deal. Increases $1 million each year. No, he's very intelligent. He knows he would basically be leaving money on the table at that point. We tried. The bullpen ranges from very good to legitimately great. Rotation is solid. The two big areas to upgrade are third base and second, and neither one of them have an obvious replacement. Burrows can someday replace Bloom, but I don't think that day is here yet. Yeah, I can't afford to pay Sorotka what he thinks he deserves. You're going to go to Double-A. Burrows, you're going to go to Double-A. Beerbroach goes to Single-A. Steve Avery is just awful at pitching now. Why would I take him? Yeah, these are bad players. That's the phrase they're looking for. Bad. All right, end of the Hall of Fame voting. And who got in? Okay, Ronelvis. You're going directly to AAA. Bukovic, you can go to Double-A. Really? Nobody got in on the first year? Damn, you guys are harsh. And how much did he end up signing for? He got a pretty big deal from the Rangers. I don't begrudge him that. I'm a little sad, but I'm not going to, like, weep. I have some money for free agents, but none for extensions, which is fun. Okay. No, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. Because right now our strategy is basically, I really, really hope that some players that haven't had great histories can do that again. Renelvis, you can go to spring training. You can go to spring training. I'm not going to tell Burrows he can't go to spring training. I don't want to be that guy. McKay, you can go to spring training. Riley to spring training. I'm just going to cut Martinez at some point. Give me everything. Go to a 6-man rotation so we can make sure we get lots of different starters, a few innings. That seems good. And let's start playing through spring training. That's genuinely fine. I don't even remember how he ended up back in the majors because he's not going to make the team. That's more troubling. I did want a competent backup outfielder. Might have to see if I can't raid free agency to pick one up. As cool as Nomar would be, I am not trading Carlos Delgado. I'm going to go ahead and set him as untouchable right now. Alright, let's check free agency. I got a few million to spend. Get rid of my filter, please. All outfielders. I'm looking for outfielders who can play all 3 positions kind of okay. Hunter's got speed. He can play center. He can play a bit of left. Darren Lewis only plays center, which is not great. Dante Bichette basically plays nowhere. You know what? I could probably get you to sign super cheap, right? Let me just give you a 1-year deal. Because I guarantee you there's not too many people kicking down your door. Like, Brian Hunter is the difference between us winning the World Series and not. There we go. So we're just going to fill in for Clementi's role. Okay. Let's start trimming the fat. I have 17 pitchers. I need to be gone with 5 of them. Let's start with fee catch. Riley. Dan Smith. I'm going to send down Duckworth to get some experience in the minors. I still need to get rid of one more pitcher. And it's going to be Borkowski, because he still has the chance to develop some control and become a very handy relief pitcher. Okay, I got to get rid of 3 position players. All right, Matt Luke. Back to AAA. Burrows back to AAA for now. And then McKay Christensen. I don't think you have anything left to offer me. You can go to AA, I guess, at least. No, I don't think you can be promoted. You know what? What could I get for you? Okay. Actually, surprisingly, I might instantly just go ahead and take Mike McDougal. David Risky? David Risky, huh? Like, I can turn a bad center fielder into an actively valuable part of the bullpen in the next couple of years. Yeah, his secondary stats aren't that great. I could acquire Alex Escobar. Let's start with David Risky and then see where that gets us from there. I'm looking for outfielders. Nah, I'll just take this deal. And then Risky, you're going to go to AAA. Or I demote Roberts and instantly add you to the Major League roster. That seems to be the most sensible. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add you to the 40-man. Thank you for waiting. I have returned. I realize you only waited approximately 3 seconds, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So, we've got our 25. Let's zoom up to opening day. And then we'll build the team of our dreams. Or the team of our nightmares. Oh, thanks, Dan. You're a real nice guy. I have like the worst minor league system. I'm actually reasonably high up there, but only because I just traded for David Risky. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. No pressure. So we're gonna wipe it clean. 5-man rotation. It's gonna be Hudson. It's going to be Milton. It's going to be Zito. Top 3, easy choice. Let's actually send Ronelvis down and call up Brandon Duckworth. He can be a starter. And then we'll give Araujo his chance to prove himself. Milton has thrown enough innings that I think we can take the pitch count off of him. Duckworth's already 26. And 26-27 is generally the, he knows how to pitch well enough that he doesn't get hurt. We can let that slide now kind of thing. Relievers only, please. How did Rhodesy do as a closer last year? Pretty damn well. I think he has earned our respect and a chance to do it again. Scott Stewart is going to be your setup guy. Now, here's our downside. I don't have anyone. Matt Riley could be real good one day, but let's maybe start him in single A this year. Serafini is a lefty, but I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet. I really do. I think we're just going to have to accept that we're not going to have a really great anti-lefty guy. Long relief emergency starter. I'm going to put a heavy load on Risky because he's got more talent than most of the rest of the relievers. So I'm going to say use him more often, but everyone else is just a flat-out middle reliever. And then we'll go from there. Lineups. Nuke them all. Okay. Step 1. Who's my best hitter, and is it still Edgar Martinez? It is. But he is 39. He's going to decline some, and I think we have to be okay with that. But he should still crank more than a few baseballs, and I think he'll still be a very solid choice to be our number 3 hitter. Carlos Delgado is cleanup. I don't care if he likes it or not. I am not playing David Justice as the 5th hitter. That's going to Klesko. We're going to try Menachino again as the leadoff hitter, this time for a full season. Beltran will hit second, of course. No, that's not what I said. God damn it, game. There we go. Then David Justice, Damian Miller, Bloom and Sanchez. And then let's fill out the rest of the depth chart. That seems reasonable. And then we'll do the same on this side. Now, we're going to want to replace David Justice at some point. Especially because he's going to struggle a lot against lefties. Don't be surprised if he barely breaks 270 this year. Or 250 this year. We'll have to see how he turns out. But yeah, this probably has to be his last year with the club. And if we can move him for a better player, we should take it. Actually, do we start making these overtures now? I'm looking for outfielders. I could get Garrett Anderson back, and you know what? I've heard many worse ideas. Like, first of all, he's gone after this year. Admittedly, he doesn't play right field all that well. But I think we do it. We clear payroll. We get a much better 6th place hitter. I'll just shift Klesko to right. He'll figure it out, I'm sure. Right? So Garrett Anderson, you're going to play there. You're going to play left. And we're going to move Klesko to right. Now, this is going to be an interesting type season in that we have a couple of players who are very, very bad at defense. And only one DH. But I really like Klesko's bat, and I'm willing to give him a shot in right field. So we'll see how he does. Yeah, Anderson is a really nice addition, and I think will help carry our lineup through the turnover after Klesko's done over a given day. Let's do it. Player development. Stamina boost for Zito, very nice. Delgado is getting even better. That's kind of scary. Menachino's going to hit for a bit more contact. That's always appreciated. Edgard Clemente might someday be a useful outfielder. Beltran is getting better. Renelvis is going to have to work a bit. I just want you to play a year, learn third base, and then we'll talk about you next year. Alright. So let's take an honest opinion. Is this team better than last year's team? Maybe. It's largely the same as last year's team. And the biggest candidate to plunge is the one that's gone now. We've basically reacquired Garrett Anderson. Like, if I get his 2000 season, I'll be happy with that offensively. I'm not looking for a huge amount. I'm just looking for a quality, consistent hitter to help with lineup turnover. We've got a lot of really top-notch hitters. I think a lot's going to depend on Menachino. Of all the players we acquired, he's the one that I'm most curious to see how he improves in year 2. If he gets on base at a healthy clip, he's going to score more than 100 runs with the rest of this lineup. If he cannot consistently get on base, we're going to have to do some clever juggling of players to get there. And then if Ray Sanchez hits 290, he'll be less useless with the bat, but that's not what he's here for. The bullpen's about the same. The slight upgrade in adding Risky to the mix. Rotation is about the same, except with a full year of Duckworth replacing Soroka. And maybe a full year of Arojo. So we'll see what happens. So that is an interesting... Oh no. Like, losing Klesko is bad. I don't have a backup hitter that's anywhere near as good as him to play right field. Like, I have to have, like, Greg freaking Martinez. I mean, I could just have Tim Raines be the backup and then slide in Buford to play in right. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, lineups. Anderson slides up. Miller slides up. Buford, you're going to be playing right. Slides up, Buford. And you'll be playing right. Menachino's the real possible issue. And it's not an issue that I love, because I don't know how much I trust Jackson to play second effectively for a very long time. But we're going to find out. Damn, I didn't want to promote Burrows yet. Oh, check the waiver wire. Oh, that's a really good idea. FP Santangelo. I'm claiming you. And then I'm just going to go ahead and slide in Damian Jackson in at second for the short term. I literally could not care any less. All right. And then quickly jump in here, fill in my depth chart, please. There we go. That's okay, Kevin. I appreciate what you're providing to the club. I truly do. Okay, getting Klesko back is massive. That means I can banish Tim Raines back to the minors. And then Klesko is just going to slot in beautifully. Right there. Like, I know he's a terrible right fielder, but he's also a really, really good hitter. And I think he's an important part of keeping our lineup running. Because while we have a decent rotation, I think this is going to come down to who can hit the best. David Buford would like to come back. Like, how much money is he looking for? A very slight raise. He's still a pretty talented center fielder. He's got a bit of pop. He occasionally gets on base. I can think of worse fourth outfielders. And even if I'm wrong, it's not going to cost me much. So I will give you a couple 800 grand. Okay, losing Risky is a little unfortunate. But Roberts can take his place in the pen. Would people quit getting freaking hurt? I'm going to go ahead and put you on the deal. I'm going to leave an open spot on the roster. Let Santangelo fill in where he needs to. And then as soon as the next week has passed, I'll get Menachino back. And finish today. There we go. I need my on-base machine at the top of the lineup. Okay. What do we do with Santangelo now? I think we go ahead and DFA him. I think he served the purpose he needed to serve. Maybe he'll get claimed and maybe he won't. I just think Jackson is a better choice to be an all-around backup than what's-his-face was. Okay. So this is what I kind of did and kind of didn't want to happen. There you go. At least I got Santangelo waiting in the wings. It's Sean Burroughs' time. And I really didn't want him in the lineup yet. I really don't know if he can hack it or not. Especially because he's not a very good third baseman. But he's also my only choice. Especially when apparently they think, oh, you can't play third. Okay, well, that's whatever. Garrett Anderson would like to come back. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to bring him back. It just, again, is so with so many other things, depends on how much he wants. Promote you to double A. Nice. He doesn't want that much money. Here's our problem. It's Carlos Beltran. If Carlos Beltran wants a freaking mega deal, who am I to say he can't have a mega deal? Like, in 2012, let's see, it's 2002. Oh, he wants a 10-year deal. He's going to be 35. Can I get 2 team options on the back end? Done. Hopefully getting cost certainty with him will help me with some of these other guys. like Milton or even Menachino. I did notice that Brian Hunter. I also don't care. Good, good. That means Willis Roberts can go, and you can return. Middle relief, please. No, not a specialist. Middle reliever. Thanks. Let's use him a bit less often, Mr. Nelson. I think his time to shine has pretty much come and gone. Yes. He's a good one, he is. Why? Why would I want a modest upgrade? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, who cares? I'm not even going to put you on the disabled list for that. He's going to miss another 6 days. That's fine. And there goes Tim Raines Jr. Everyone in the minors gets an extension. Do we want Cole Lund back? He is pretty talented. He's kept us relatively healthy. I think we can go ahead and extend him. And let's proceed. We really need to get hot after the All-Star break. How is Burrows done in the majors? Pretty badly, so we're going to demote him. And we're going to bring Jeff Blum back. Not that Blum has been all that great either, but I kind of don't have a choice right now. Ooh, Edgar Martinez being cold is very bad for this team. This is our key to a second half turnaround, is Edgar Martinez getting his shit together. I really hope he does. Three and Rhodes. No Delgado this year, but plus Beltran and Garrett Anderson and Edgar Martinez. Even though Edgar Martinez has been kind of bad this year. Well, bad for him anyway. If we make it to the trading deadline and we don't have... Okay, perfect. Let's send you to AAA. Oh, that's right. I gotta put you on the 40-man, don't I? That's reasonable. Go to the 40-man, but then go to AAA, please. I'm not saying you can't replace Brian Hunter. I'm just saying that for right now, I want to keep with what I've got. Let's see how he's hitting by the time of the trading deadline. No. Damn, good job, Matt Luke. Why do you think I want a mediocre shortstop? Cleveland. I don't need a reliever. Please stop. Okay. How's Edgar doing? He's getting a little bit warm. The problem is there's this dogfight here. Do I flip Edgar Martinez? Let's kick the tires on the trade, right? What could we get for Mr. Martinez? Batters only, please. I mean, I could get Albert Bell. Can Albert Bell play right? Hi, Kenny Lofton. I mean, he's bad at either position, so he basically would be stepping in as DH. The question is Edgar Martinez's plate discipline superior to his raw power and his ability to make contact? But here's the big thing that's really making me struggle with this. He's not worth $11 million anymore. With Bell, I get payroll flexibility. I hate to give up on Edgar. I really do. But this is almost the exact same season he had with Seattle in 2000. I'm going to pull the trigger. It's going to be massively unpopular. I'm going to see if I can get like a prospect or two out of it. If you even have two prospects, you might not. Yeah, you don't really have anybody here that really gets me excited. Why do you have a pitcher like Carlos? Oh, because you're on rehab. I thought it would be worth a shot. Is this the answer? Does this solve the problem? Because Albert Bell hasn't been great this year either, but it also looks like he's either been hurt or just hasn't played. Has he been hurt this year? Injuries, please. No. So they've literally just thought that he couldn't hit and benched him. I'm making the deal. I really, really like Edgar Martinez. I really do. But I feel like because of this very tight window that we've got, it's a move that had to be made. And I'm instantly going to make Albert Bell the number 3 hitter. And I need the payroll flexibility for the future. I just do. So this is putting a lot on his shoulders. But he, unlike Edgar, he's had a more consistent track record in the near future, in the recent past. So I'm going to take my trade and hope that it works out for us. Good work. Good for Brandon Duckworth. God damn it, Menachino. You are so incredibly frustrating, my dude. Alright. You're going on the 60-day DL. I'm bringing Burrows back. You know what? Jeff Bloom has gotten way too many at-bats for someone who has provided absolutely no offensive value. Burrows, you're taking over. Jackson, you're playing second, because I certainly ain't trusting Jerkface McGee to take over that role. And we're going to try something a bit different. Yes. Klesko, you're batting second now. Beltran, you're going to lead off. And then Garrett Anderson is going to bat fifth. And then Damian Miller. Let's at least give... Well, we can just do that. That's fine. And then please copy this lineup. I can't risk... I know this reduces our great turnover that we'd hope to achieve. But we have to do any move we can to try to get us just the tiniest bit of breathing room. And welcome to the Major Leagues, Renelvis Hernandez. David Risky needs to be used a bit less often. Let's use Farnsworth a bit more often. Come on, I need a nice winning streak. Anderson and Bell would both like to come back. First of all, Bell has ignited the lineup a bit, sort of. Oh no, I cannot give you a mega deal like that. Not when there's actual franchise-changing players who I'd much rather give that role to. Give me Luke, Clemente, and Santangelo. Roberts. And I think that'll do it. And then you're just going to be a guy who throws occasional innings. And then I just want you to fill out the depth chart. No. Bloom should not be playing every other day. You have not earned the right to play every other day. That is most unfortunate. But we're going to deal with it. I don't care if people want to come back or not. I really don't right now. Damn, Renelvis. Sure, you can come off the DL. I just won't put you anywhere yet. Alright. We are in first place. We're tied with Boston. We play Boston. This is an incredibly important game. Normally I would play it, but I feel like this episode's already run a bit long anyway. I will only interfere in one sense. If Tim Hudson is ready to go. Oh, he's literally just pitched? I can't look. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to come down to this game. Two things have to happen for us to get a guaranteed playoff spot. If we beat Boston, we're in. Guaranteed. Wait, if we lose, then if Baltimore wins, we should have a one-game playoff. And the winner of that game makes the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the day. I'm going to close my eyes. We did it. Oh, my word. We needed Renelvis to be his Renelviest. And he threw a bloody shutout. You threw a bloody shutout. Mwah. That is clutch, my friends. That is clutch. My bros, we made it. By the skin of our bloody teeth, we made it. And I think this means so Seattle's going to play, I think Seattle plays Chicago and we play Baltimore. Which is interesting. Playoff rosters, please. This is actually fine. Unless Menachino is ready, and he's not. He might be back for the World Series if we're extremely fortunate, and I don't think we'll be that fortunate. So, first of all, three-man rotation actually for the first round here. I just want Zito, Milton, and Hudson pitching. And then y'all are going to be in the bullpen doing bullpen things. Did Burrows end up hitting? Yeah, not really. Let's review the year. How did the stats go? Carlos Beltran is a freaking megastar. Worth every cent we gave him. Led the league in triples and in doubles. 26 and in triples and in stolen bases. He's everything we want in a player. And he was merely extremely good at center field this year. Garrett Anderson was a nice little trade. Klesko turned in another solid year. Delgado slid a bit. But it's hard to say he shouldn't have after hitting 50 freaking home runs the year before. We didn't have the depth we did last season. Last season we had a bunch of players all contributing. Here it's been very much a stars and scrubs thing. Although Albert Bell seems like he was a very good choice for us. Ray Sanchez once again is only here to play shortstop. Which he did really well. So, I mean, good for him. Neither Burrows nor Bloom were particularly exceptional. Does Burrows have a hole in his swing? He does not like facing lefties. So, you know what I will do? I will let Bloom start against... I'll let him start against right-handed pitching. Sorry, left-handed pitching. Okay. Wait, why are we playing Chicago? Oh, because the number one team always plays the wild card winner. Got it. Maddox v. Zito. And we did it. We did it again. Not Brett Hinchcliffe. I called his name wrong. A sweep. And we lost Ray Sanchez for 3 freaking weeks. Damn it. Oh, that's rough. Okay, that's great. Guess what, Jeff Bloom? You're the only person I trust to even stand around shortstop. Okay. Oh, we're going to go to a 4-man rotation now. And then the $1 million question becomes, who gets the 4th spot? I think it's Duckworth. I truly think it has to be Duckworth. Although Runelvis had that amazing game and put up a ton of value in a very short time, he's already thrown 200 innings. And I don't want to blow his arm out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make Duckworth the 4th starter. I think that's a good compromise. And we're going to be facing Seattle. Oh, joy. I don't care if his groin is strained. My dudes, this is playoff baseball. Okay. Hey, Milton won 20 games this year. Good for Milton. Oh, we never looked at our pitching staff this season. How did that turn out for us? Really super great. Hudson, Milton, and Zito were all very, very good. I can't really complain about any of them. Especially turning Milton loose. He's just been on fire. Although his BABIP was incredibly low. We can't count on that. Hudson led the league in WAR and still couldn't manage to win Cy Young. But he did come in second. I guess that's something. Alright. Won the first game. Hudson got it done. Burley Zito. Oh my. That looks like a tight game. We were down, what is that, 9-5. And then we just started pounding. Good work, folks. Oh, Zito ended up pitching? I thought it was supposed to be... Oh, Zito got rocked. It happens to the best of us. And we did it again. Oh, that's lovely. We get a chance to rest up. All right, pitching staff, it's go time. It's Tim Hudson time. It's Eric Milton time. Milton time wasn't as nice as Hudson time, but that's okay. Seriously, screw you, Ray Sanchez. Barry Zito pitches extremely well. Brandon Duckworth doesn't. Oh no, Hudson got lit up. Game 7. Zito versus Chris Holt. I'm closing my eyes. I'm clicking the button. Yes! The World Tour is complete. And if my math is correct, this is actually the exact same day that Out of the Park Baseball 21 comes out. What freaking timing. Oh my word. This was all pitching this season. We had a great pitching staff. And even if the lineup was a bit disappointing, when we needed it, we got the big hits. And that didn't happen last season. Even bloody Jeff Bloom managed a home run. Jeff Bloom hit 8 home runs all season. And still managed to pull one out when we desperately needed it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We have conquered the World Tour. We've ensured that all 30 Major League Baseball franchises have won the World Series. Soak it in. Let's get some awards, right? Let's make sure that we win all the awards. It's beautiful. I legit thought we would not... We almost missed the playoffs entirely. I mean, it literally came down to the last game of the season. And we were just like, you know what? Baseball's not that hard. Yeah, well, screw you, Arthur Rhodes. He does want me to get Arthur Rhodes back, but right now I don't care. I just want to see the gold, baby. Yeah, whatever. He shouldn't have gotten hurt. Hey, Manager of the Year. Nice. Another Gold Glove for Ray Sanchez. Silver Slugger for Carlos Beltran. I swear to God, did Tim Hudson come in second again? No, Tim Hudson didn't even get a single first place vote. AJ Burnett was, to be fair, pretty incredible. MVP? Probably not. Did Carlos Beltran at least finish in the top 3? You literally have no idea what you're talking about, game. Beltran couldn't even manage a single first place vote. I'm very disappointed in all of you voters. Yeah, Barry Bonds at 50 homers. Okay, he was also worth 12 wins. Maybe that's a bit more reasonable. Okay. And Albert Pujols was also worth 12 wins. Okay. I retract my statement. But that's going to do it for Out of the Park Baseball 20. I know, like me, you're going to be a little sad to see it go. We have Out of the Park Baseball 21, possibly right after this video. So I'm hoping you won't be too disappointed. I'm so excited that we won it this time. I legitimately thought that we were going to fall short. And then, it all worked out beautifully. David Justice for Garrett Anderson was a masterstroke. Bringing him back when we did was exactly what this team needed. Without hesitation, exactly what we needed. A top-notch hitter who hits for good average and lots of pop. The Edgar Martinez trade worked out. I can't stress that enough. I think if I hadn't pulled the trigger on Edgar Martinez and we hadn't acquired Albert Bell, I don't think we make the playoffs. Like, I know his numbers are superficially not fantastic, but I think he did what we needed him to do. This was a brutal season, but we did it. We freaking did it. I hope you've enjoyed the ride with Out of the Park Baseball 20. I know I have. It was a lot of fun doing the World Tour. But we're going to be playing now to just build a franchise and keep it going. Not make all of these win now moves. But the kind of moves that give us sustained success. More with prospects, more with trading at the right time, things like that. That's what we're going to see with the OOTP 21 series. I'm really excited about that game. But thank you for joining me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the entire World Tour. I know